hopefully that makes a difference, I think. Yeah, hopefully that took. It actually is different. Let me scroll around real quick just to make sure. Hello, enemy mouse. Alright. Cool, 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 cool. Glad we could get that straightened out. Yep, 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 yep. This is actually a pretty cool idea. I'm not sure why I haven't done more of this in the past. It's pretty straightforward. What about here at the end? Alright, they're literally perfect. Awesome. So, let me eliminate you and you. I don't know what I actually just closed, now that I think about it. Oh well. I think that was the list and then the .i file. So, let me go back to here. So now, it's generating that file and it looks good. I want to see this. Have it echo the preproc file. Oh, darn. So I want to get source without quotes around it, and then we'll be better. Okay. Alright, let's try that. So I put that there, and go again. Alright, let me try one other thing. Does that work? That doesn't work, right? That doesn't work. I'm not sure. Source unquoted. Let's try that again. Okay, so you can't do that. So I guess this is only for arguments and not for variables. I don't get why. Let's take a look. Yeah, so it has quotes around it. I don't actually know why it has quotes around it. I guess that's coming from the package, or the build.cpp. Alright, so I guess things are just getting wildly complicated here. Wait, maybe I can control the output file name, and that would be much better. Preproc file is going to say 4coder command metadata.i, and then if this works, what I would do is I would say that I want to output that, perhaps, and then I don't know, let's take a look. Now if I go to build, default bindings is still sitting here. Let me delete that file. And then I don't see it. Default bindings. Yeah, it's just creating default bindings anyway. It didn't set the output file. Let me take a quick look at this. So /p source files and writes the preprocess output to a file. Base name is the source file, and in the process all preprocessor directives are carried out, macro expansions are performed, and comments are removed to preserve comments in the preprocessed output. Adds lines to the output. To suppress the generation of line directives, use the P option. Suppresses compilation. It does not produce a dot. You must submit the preprocessed file for compilation. It also suppresses the output file for more information. Here we go. Preprocess output file name. FI and then the path name. Alright, so I just need to keep that, but do FI preproc file. Is that right? Delete file, yes. Run this again. Keep saying the system cannot find the path specified, but I don't know what it means by that. Yeah, Windows Batch is nutty. It is nutty. Command metadata I. There it is. Perfect. So I can set my preprocessor file name. I generate it, and then I build my metadata generator, and I tell it to work on that one file there. And let's take a look at what happens. Okay, so we need to take a look at that. What exactly is going wrong there? I'm not sure. Oh, I know what's going wrong, I think. Okay. I think we can bring back all of this now, and the only problem is going to be that metadata generator, we need to visit that. But first of all, why does it keep saying the system cannot find the path specified? Build.dat push d dot build. Are you not being able to find that? Well, where are you dumping all these? You're not dumping it in here, are you? Or in here? Alright, I'm confused why it's behaving like that. I'm gonna just try and restart. I think that's the size I was using. Alright, so hold on here. Yeah, that's still giving me the system cannot find the path specified. I want to figure out who's causing that, so let me zoom in here. Wait, what? Okay. There's the problem. Alright, so you're gone, you're gone, you're gone. We'd never finish switching off the preprocessor project. Okay, there we go. Now, let's work with could not open directory handle. Okay. Alright, so, Super x64 batch. No, that's x86. x64. Build Super x64. Alright. We make our preprocessor file, we build metadata generator, and we pass that right there. But, yeah, so let's go take a look at metadata generator real quick. Parse files by pattern. Alright, so here's the thing. I definitely don't need that anymore. At least not the way it was set up originally. Parse files by pattern. Get file list. Filter. Pattern. Get file list. So I want to go to file 4coder file, get file list. Alright, what is this doing exactly? Okay. I don't understand what it's doing. Alright, so, there's definitely just something going wrong right here, I think. And the result we get is fatal error, could not open directory handle. So it seems like what's happening is we pass in a pattern. It should never find a slash, though. Yeah. So what I want to do is just set up to debug this particular issue here. Whoops. Alright. We want to debug. We want to debug metadata generator.exe and boop code home equals alright. What? Alright, hold on. Metagen. No. Metadata generator. I don't understand why I don't see metadata generator. I guess it gets deleted? Metadata generator. There we go. Nope, that's not gonna work. Ah, damn it. Boop. Badoop. Alright, now code home is going to be w4ed code. The preproc file is going to be boom. That should work. So let's take a peek. parse files by pattern, get file list, and here we go. So we come in here and we're looking for the last slash. We find that it's at 0, huh? If it hits 0, we don't go any further. And so then this becomes that. Okay. Handle. Alright, so if the last slash is less than greater than or equal to 0, pattern I don't totally understand why it's even opening this thing. Why isn't it good enough to just I see, it's trying to get a canonical path for the directory. So the easy way to fix this, that I'm currently screwing up, is to just leave it like that. And then let's have it run that. There we go. Okay, so now what I want is we're going to take the current directory and put a slash in there. Alright, that sort of acted like it worked. Let's take a look at metadata. Okay, so that kind of looks like it didn't work. So, let's take a look at that. Properties. We are now passing in W for ed build. Boom. Yeah, now we're actually just going to get everything working like it's normal. There we go. Oh, yeah. Doop. So you found literally no files that match this pattern. Let me see. W for ed build 4coder command metadata.i. And so that's why, okay. find first file. Now what exactly does pattern look like here? Ah shit, it's gonna get filtered by the is code file filter. Alright, let me take filter all instead. Get file list. Hey. Now we don't have killrect in there anymore, but we still have, it looks like, everything else. And that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So let me just see if I were to build.cpp. Yeah, now it does have killrect. Alright, cool. So there we go. We now have build super x64 working all the way up through here. Now what I want to do is yes, that's fine. Go over here, because in here I included, let's see, in default include, I thought somewhere in here I included, maybe I didn't, maybe not in this one, so I guess I didn't keep it. Oh well, that's fine. Point is, now that it's doing that correctly, let me see if I can get it to actually include those somewhere. Yeah, really glad I didn't implement my own preprocessor, looking at just how complex this really is. Anyway. So it's going to come from up here. I'm going to put down 4coder generated / command metadata.h. Sweet. Alright, so if that's compiling, then that means that it's working. So we didn't have to change the metadata generator at all, as it turned out. We just had to, except for to allow non-CVP files to be parsed, and then the rest of the work is just getting it to generate that preprocessed file and then passing the preprocessed file into the parser correctly. And then down at the bottom we delete it. Awesome. Alright, so that's build super x64. Let's look at x86. So yeah, at some point I'd really like to not have to have so many different build superscripts, but right now, for reasons of making it work correctly for everyone and be easy to distribute, it turns out that duplicating this code is the best option I have, so we just need to make some changes to make these equivalent again. There we go. Now, let's see. Preproc file, go right there. Not really sure why those don't agree. Here we run the preprocessor, and here we set it up. What? Someone invoked metadata generator in a really strange way, it seems like. Build metadata.bat. Aha, okay. Okay. Damn. In order for that to work, I have to pass it, Alright, so we're gonna end up doing that. So that can go right there. Push D. Preproc the file. Then we'll get rid of that. So there, and there. Oops. Flying Solomon, no, that won't exactly work because although, yes, the string will be put in there the way it should be, by the preprocessor, I don't think that the parser will be able to pull that out. I don't think the parser understands the having multiple string constants abutting against each other, being concatenated kind of thing. Alright, so I'm trying to figure out what's going wrong there. I don't understand why it's complaining about -R. That's not going to CL, is it? Options doesn't contain it. Yeah, I don't actually know. So this looks fine. It's complaining about something different. There it is, right there. -R. Okay, source. Why would source have a... Oh. What exactly is that? Okay. So now I need to go into build.cpp and look at... there we go. Nope. Build metadata bat. Please just pass 4coder default bindings.cpp. Better yet, pass nothing. Okay. Build metadata. What's going wrong here? So we don't need some of these anymore. Default bindings. Source. So it's not actually able to open that. How exactly did the build super do it? Source. Okay, so that's exactly the same. But it can't find the file this time. Code home is turning out correctly. So it should be able to, but it can't. And so then it doesn't produce the metadata, or the preprocessed file, and then everything else fails. So, why are you failing? We're in our current directories build.cpp, but we have, or build./build. Why are you failing to find the preprocessor, or the default bindings? Yeah. Bye, Flying Solomon. Hey there, Drunk Dane. Okay, so what is different? That's the big question. What is different? Cannot open source file 4coder default bindings.cpp. I told you that you should look in Florid code, but that's not enough. So I feel like the probably major difference has got to be that this one is using a different current directory. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have that there and that there. No, they both have w4ed build, but then this one says cannot find 4coder default bindings.cpp, and that one does not say it can't find it. That's weird, right? I'm not going crazy here. That's weird. Ah man, what's the deal? What's the deal? Default bindings.cpp. Why can't you find it? I don't see the difference. Here you can see it ran the preprocessor just fine. Here you can see it didn't. Code home, get the source, set up all the options. This also sets up those things, but I don't see how that would affect this. Sets a preproc file, sets the meta macros, and then runs like that. Yeah, it's exactly the same. But this one is saying it can't find what it's looking for. Ha 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 ha. What's the big deal here? Okay, definitely just sitting there, being right there. So, what am I missing? What am I missing? I'm so confused. What am I not thinking of? Why would it say it can't find that? They're both running from the build folder. They both have the exact same settings. yet one of them finds the file and one of them doesn't. What am I missing? There. Okay, so part of the difference is that flag there, and that flag there. Oh, look at that. Okay, hold on a second. Okay. Give me that. Perfect. Alright. So let's get back to working on the site stuff. To do that, I want to take that out. I'm going to take build metadata. Take that out. Alright, let me take a look at this again. So it does that, builds metadata generator. And there we go. Okay, so that's working again. Build super x64 and build super x86, you guys still in sync? All of this is identical. Literally the whole thing is identical with the exception of this. Okay. So what is the button for that? There we go. With target machine type x64. Metadata generator. Okay, so this fails to build because of metadata generator. How does it get the idea that that's an x64 machine type? Module machine type conflicts with target machine type. x64. So it must be talking about what is it talking about there? Ginger Bill asks if I'm currently working on the preprocessor. You might have missed it. I'm not actually working on building a preprocessor anymore. I decided I didn't need one when I realized I could just get what I wanted by running the compiler's preprocessor and then using the output files rather than trying to... basically, my blind spot had been that I was trying to think of how to get it all in one procedure call, like one process, but it's actually kind of pointless, much easier to just generate the file on a separate line of the script and then use the preprocess file from the actual compiler as the compiler will do it. Right? It'll do it the way it's going to do it the next time you run it, I guess is what I'm saying. So they stay in sync. Why is that failing to build? Module machine type. Could you tell me what module has a machine type of x86? That's what I don't get. Ah, there it goes. Not sure why it failed the first time and worked the second time. But yeah, that's working. So whatever went wrong, it was basically that something was still set as x64 the first time I pushed it, even though it shouldn't have been. Okay. Not sure what's going on there, but okay. Weird. So I'm switching from one to the other. So if I build an x64 one, it works. Now if I wait for it to finish and build an x86 one, okay, that works. Do that x64 again. That works. x86. That works. Site. Ah, okay. I see. Yeah, okay. Alright, so that's the build super.bats and the build metadata.bat. I just want to take a quick look at build super x64.sh, see if I can figure out straightforwardly how to do that. These scripts are so different, like they both are long and the difference is where they're putting all their effort, like what problem you have to solve manually to do each one. Okay. So right here we have do 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 do. Code home, flags. Not sure why I don't just have that match that. Okay. So here builds the metadata generator. I want to add before that we are basically doing this code, except instead of that, we're going to, I need to look this up, just, okay. Someone just tell me, is it the -e flag? Oh my gosh, just someone give me documentation links or something. What's going on here? Here we go. Oh my gosh, are we not actually including documentation for -e then, or? Alright, I just need to know the output. I don't care about your dependency output file, I just want the actual output file. Is it still -o with this one? try -o. I don't even have. I just want someone to document the file. God damn it. I can't test this, so I need something that explains how it's supposed to work so I can be, like, at least somewhat sure that I've done it correctly. Get preprocessor output. To file. Alright, so it is -o on this one. Thank you, insofar as. So, I want that, -o preproc file. Nope, just $sign here, preproc file. Alright. So, preproc file equals 4coder command metadata.i. Meta macros equals, give me this, except it's /d becomes -d, and I think it puts a space. No, stop it. Give me something useful. Nope. Yeah, okay. Alright, so there's the meta macros, which we will include right here. Actually, I'm not sure, but I always get the sense that you're supposed to put these things before the file in this compiler. So we're running that, and then source output to there. Having done that, we build the metadata generator, and then we -r code home, and then we want current directory, which I believe is cd here, but I can't remember for sure. Shell script current directory. PWD. PWD, okay. PWD / preproc file. So hopefully that will go ahead and parse that one file there. I'll have to test this later, but point is we set the preproc file, we set our macros, we run the preprocessing step, using the same options that we will use for building on the same source file, but we output the preprocessor file, and then preproc file. There we go. Let me slip that in over here too. Real PWD. PWD. I see. I see. Okay. So yeah, I think that works. Hard to say without testing it, but that should get me at least close enough that when I go to do that later, that I'm okay. So I think with that, let me just run through my head. You can specify any source file. It figures out what is actually included by running the preprocessor, generates the table correctly. The only thing that could ever be an issue is, if I'm looking in here, this defines a few things. Without those, some things will be broken, but we don't need to actually see any of the stuff that will be broken by that, so it doesn't matter. Okay, cool. I think that is worthy of checking this off. I think that we got that solved. How's the stream going? 1 hour? So that's a pretty good beginning to the stream. I might take a short break to whip up a new to-do list. That was the last item on the one I've got. So yeah, I think I'm gonna be gone for 10 minutes or so to whip up a to-do list and maybe have lunch, and then we will see what we do next. Probably some bug fixing and polish up work. See you in a minute. See you in a minute or a bit. I guess I'll see you in a bit because I'm gonna be more than a minute.